Hey guys, look at me, I'm juggling swords. I'm juggling these things. Look, I can do it with no hands. Look, Ma, no hands. So guys, we have an awesome lesson today, and we're gonna be coming from the book of 1 John. This is all the way in the back of the Bible near Revelation. And so in this book, we're gonna ask this question: how do we know that we know Jesus, right? You can say, how do we know that we have a relationship with Jesus? How do we know that we've been forgiven by Jesus? How do we know that we love Jesus, right? And so that's the question we're gonna ask today. And we're gonna look at the book of 1 John, all right? And so I'm gonna read the passage and then we're gonna talk about it. So it says in 1 John chapter 2, starting in verse 3, if we obey what God has told us, if we obey what God has told us to do, then we are sure that we truly know God. If someone says, I know God, but does not obey God's commands, then he is a liar. The truth is not in him. But if someone obeys God's teaching, then God's love has truly arrived at its goal in him. This is how we know that we are following God. Whoever says that God lives in him must live as Jesus lived, right? And so John, he's telling us this really, really cool thing. He says, you want to know that you know Jesus? You want to know that you love Jesus? You want to know that God has forgiven you, that you have faith and hope and that you love God? Then you know this. You know this when you do what he says and you live like him. That's what it says. So I was thinking about this. Have you ever seen a baby bear on TV? And have you ever seen what it does with its mother? It follows his mother wherever it goes, right? That little bear, when that mother climbs a tree, it climbs a tree. When the bear comes down, the little bear comes down. When it catches a fish, the little bear learns how to catch a fish. When that bear finds berries, the little bear goes and it learns where to find berries. And so that little baby bear learns everything from copying its mom. And so if you ever saw a bear that didn't know how to catch a fish, or didn't know how to climb a tree, or didn't know how to eat berries, or didn't know how to make a den, then you would know this, that bear didn't know its mom. And so the way that we know that baby bear knew its mom when we see it in the woods is when it is able to do these things, when it's able to do what its mom was able to do. Right? And in the same way, guys, we know that we know Jesus when we live like him, when we do what Jesus did. But what are some things that Jesus did? What are some awesome things that Jesus did in the Bible? Go ahead, let me know. Yeah, Jesus did all kinds of things, right? Jesus, he fed the hungry. Jesus, he loved all kinds of people. Jesus, he read the Bible. Jesus prayed. Jesus talked about God. Jesus loved his family. Jesus did all these things. And so if we want to know, if we know Jesus, what we need to do is this. We need to see and we need to say, all right, do I love God? Do I read the Bible? Do I pray? Do I care about people? Do I give? Do I do any of these things? And if we do them, we know that we know and love Jesus, right? And so guys, what I want you to do this week is this. I don't know if you've ever seen maybe your grandparents or your parents, but what they do is if they ever put on reading glasses, right? Reading glasses. They're like magnifying glasses. And I'm going to put these on you. And what I want you to do is I want you to begin to look at your life. You use reading glasses to look very closely at something. And so I want you to look very closely this week. I want you to look very closely at your life. So I'm going to put these on. All right? Oh my goodness, look at my mouth. Hey guys, how you doing? That's awesome. And so I'm going to put this on you. Okay, and so this week, what I want you to do is, I want you to look at your life and I want you to say, and ask this question, do I know Jesus? And I want you to say, do I love people? Do I care about people? Do I Do I give? Do I pray? Do I read the Bible? And when you do these things, guys, you can know. I want to put this on you. You can know, when you do these things, you can know that yes, you love Jesus. And maybe you haven't done all these things yet, but that's all right. But if you have a desire, if you want to do these things, that also tells us that you know Jesus. And then you can start doing them. So guys, this week, what you need to do is, you need to take a hard look at your life. You need to look at yourself and say, do I love Jesus? And when you know that you read the Bible, when you pray, when you care about people, when you give, all these things show us that, yeah, you do know Jesus. And that, yes, you do love him. And that, yes, you do have his forgiveness and his love and his hope. So guys, I hope you have a great week. I hope that you know that, yeah, you can love Jesus. You do love Jesus. And we know it when we obey all the things he said. And most importantly, when we live like him.